Hey everyone, Frankie here. Today I'll be talking to you about different series of books coming out of Hong Kong that you can use to help improve your Cantonese, and they are called 我的港女老婆, My Hong Kong Wife. These books are published by Cuson Lo, and they basically chronicle his life and his wife Kaka and their two cats Mui Mui and Yi Mui, and just basically all these really funny things that happen, things that are very Hong Kong, very strongly influenced by like Hong Kong culture, Hong Kong slang, Hong Kong whatever. These books are very closely related to life in Hong Kong and etc. They're available at Popular, Commercial Press, Page One, Zhonghua, Joint Publishing. Pretty much any Hong Kong bookstore carries these because they're literally brand new. They've only been out for a couple years. And I think there's 7 books total right now. There's this one, this is part 1. This one is part 4, part 5, part 3, part 2, and then this one was part 1, and then this one is supposed to have taken place before, so that is 6 I have in my hands. And there's 我的港女 6, which just came out I think last month, and it was a very, very popular book at the Hong Kong Book Fair. It's very, very popular. It's sold all over the place in Hong Kong. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was being sold at like newsstands in Hong Kong. It's that popular. And they go for about, depending on which book, they're about 50 to 68 Hong Kong dollars each, which is around 7 to 8 US dollars. I think they're totally worth it. Again, these books are very, very, very good. They're very similar to the last books I talked about, the Feel 100% series, 八分八感覺, in that they're written entirely in Cantonese. I would say maybe 95%, again, like in between different scenes where it's not like a speech bubble, they might use some more written Chinese. It's Hong Kong written standard Chinese, but it's not necessarily Cantonese. They might have some, you know, I would say, you know, Mandarin Chinese characters in there, but for the most part these books are entirely written in Cantonese, and it's very standard slang Cantonese. It's very Hong Kong Cantonese, lots of Hong Kong colloquialisms in here, Hong Kong sayings and stuff like that that they might not really use outside of Hong Kong. A lot of Hong Kong culture is like intertwined in these books, and it also makes fun of Hong Kong girls in general, like, oh, they're really, you know, needy, and they always go out and do this and do that. It's kind of hard for me to explain it in such a, you know, short time in this video, but they're very, very funny, and it's very, very true. A lot of the stuff in here is very true, and if you know a Hong Kong girl, or if you've dated a Hong Kong girl and you read these books, you'll laugh, because there are a lot of things that Hong Kong girls do that he kind of caught upon and then wrote about in his books, and it's very enjoyable. It's very funny. And these are manhwa, which means manga, so they're written in the, you know, the manga fashion. They have like, you know, like some of these will have like 4 or 5 cells. It'll be like one story, and it'll have like, you know, like, okay, you know, 5 cells on this page and 6 cells on this page, and that'll be like the whole story. And then again, other volumes of these books, like maybe I think this one is like a long story, but then they have like the first edition, like the first volume of this book. It's just like literally that's like one comic here, and then this is one comic here, and like this one is called let's see, this one here is Sung Bang. This one's kind of funny. And he's like, his wife is sick, and he's telling her to eat the medicine, and she's like, no, I won't eat it. And he's like, oh, well, you know, I'll give you I'll cook you pancakes for you. She's like, okay, I'll eat it, and then she eats it. So it's kind of funny. And then there's this one here. I'll show you so you can see it, because this one's a little bit bigger. It's easier to show on the cam. See here, it says, 我好急啊，俾我用先. You know, I'm in a hurry, let me use it first. And then he's like, can't really suffice to say, he said, oh, 我啱啱先坐低, because I just sat down. So it's you know, it's very funny. You know, this one isn't all in color. They have other ones that are just like basically black and white, but it doesn't really take away from, you know, the book at all. It doesn't matter if it's in color or in black and white. I really do prefer manga when learning Cantonese compared to just something in black and white, because with this you can guess what the meaning of, you know, the characters are, because you have something to base it upon. You know, there's like these short little stories that maybe just 1 or 2 pages, and you can guess, you know, by the picture, by the description, maybe by the last cell, what they're trying to say, what that character is, what the meaning is, what the pronunciation is, you can guess. But when you're reading something that's just black and white, it's just characters, then, you know, it becomes a little bit more difficult. So what I typically do when I read these books is if I come across a character I don't understand, I really don't know, I write it down on this little notebook, which I bought from Chocolate in Hong Kong, same as the place I bought my shirt. And I just write them down in here, and then I go on the internet, probably to Adam Sheik's site, which is like the Sheik, it's like the best Cantonese website on the internet. I'll post the link in the description, and I just go there and check and see what the words, these characters, each character means, the pronunciation. I write them down here, and then every, you know, week or so I'll open up the book and read them and review and see if I can remember them. And then when I read the book a second time, if I get stuck on it again, I'll write it down again, and then I'll keep writing it down until I figure out what it means, the pronunciation, etc. But hey, that's just my method. If you decide to do something else, you want to highlight the characters in the book, you know, by all means do it. I usually put a post-it because I don't like to write in my books, but, you know, whatever floats your boat. So anyway, those are the 我的港女老婆, My Hong Kong Wife series of books. Again, these are available at all bookstores in Hong Kong for about 50 to 70 Hong Kong dollars, 6 or 7 US dollars. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video if you liked what I had to say. I make these videos for you guys. I get nothing from these videos, honestly. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll have a lot more videos that I'm willing to make, and I have a lot more textbooks which I haven't written about yet, so, or made a video about yet. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you all next time. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.